now. Barbara, thank you very much for putting that down there. That's a rather dangerous introduction as well, so claiming that a minister knows what he's talking about. The fact that I've been doing the job in opposition for 7 years and now in government doesn't necessarily mean I know what I'm talking about, but certainly I've been around a bit anyway, but we'll see. But thank you very much for inviting me and for Young Devon hosting this conference. And thanks to everybody who's come today. I was warned there's going to be some pretty bad weather down here, and the West Country is under several foot of water, but it looks pretty okay to me, so I think it was rather overdone. But anyway, I did an interview this morning with BBC Devon about coming down today, because I'm visiting various projects down here, and the interview was cut short because apparently half of Devon was burning down as well as having floods, and a far more important feature was the fact that the crew from BBC were off to the village of Widdicombe to see what people thought about voting for Anne Widdicombe on Strictly on Saturday. Those are... I tried to ingratiate myself... I tried to ingratiate myself with the interview by saying that I had religiously been voting for Anne Widdicombe each week and will continue to do so, but those aren't burning matters literally in Devon at the moment. But let's give it a go with what I think are far more pressing things, and what you're doing and what Young Devon is doing all the time, and the sterling work that you're doing helping young people around this county, of which you saw some great examples on that short film just now. I'm also delighted that the efforts of Young Devon have been recognised by being selected to be one of the partners to help us run National Citizen Service, which was announced just a week or so ago. And you will be providing, I think, over 900 places for National Citizen Service in the pilots which go live next summer for the West Country. And I have to say, against huge competition. We had over 1,400 organisations came to the various roadshows, several hundred put in tenders to run it, and we shortlisted 12 groups, including some very big children's charities and children's organisations. And the really high calibre of the bids was fantastically impressive, and I think Young Devon have done remarkably well to be one of those. So we're looking for great things, and I hope you come down and visit the pilots when they go live next year. So I think it's a really good achievement from Young Devon, and well done for that. Absolutely deserves a round of applause, quite right. And what it's all about is having enormous potential to help getting young people really fired up about voluntary work and get them more involved in local communities. And I think that the NCS is absolutely going to be a flagship scheme for this coalition government, an absolutely flagship project for the Prime Minister. Its aim is to give every 16-year-old in the country the opportunity to engage in their communities and a different social mix, taking them out of their comfort zones, really challenging them, marking a transition to adulthood, a sort of rites of passage, engaging in ongoing local community projects, engaging with people of all ages, generations and backgrounds. We're rolling out 11,000 places in the pilots next summer. We're looking to increase that to 30,000 places the following summer, and to make it nationwide through the lifetime of this government. And it's all part of our whole scheme of being positive about youth, and that's much of what your conference and what Young Devon does all the year round. Now, I think what we share here is a belief in the potential of young people. We believe their energy, their passion and idealism are qualities that we should respect and should channel for the benefit of everyone in society. And I think they're also qualities that we must nurture and cherish, because when we look after our young people, when we see what they're capable of, if we trust the best in young people, that's when they amaze us. And some of the proof of that is here in this room today. And I really hate the negative images that we still see too much of, day in, day out, in the press and in the media, as if every young person wearing a hoodie was a potential mugger. It's not true, and it's not helpful to promote good images of young people. So I'm a fully paid up member of the 99% Club. 99% Club is an excellent campaign which is being run by the London Serious Youth Violence Board. And they've been running posters around the Tube in London, which brings home the fact that the overwhelming majority of young people in London and the country as a whole are good, decent, hard-working kids trying to do the right thing in often difficult circumstances and not involved in crime or violence. It's the 0.0% who get all the headlines, and I want to hear more about the 99 point whatever percent who don't but should. So one question we need to ask is, how do we make sure young people are better represented in society, and how do we make sure that they're fully involved in their communities? Just in the last week I've been to 2 fantastic events that got very little coverage. Last week I went to the youth proms at the Albert Hall over 3 nights, where 3,000 young people from around the country came in front of a packed Albert Hall and performed the most amazing variety of music, from classic to using kitchen utensils, to choirs, to Beatles retro, to the works. Absolutely amazing. Was it on telly? No. Was it on the radio? No. Could I see anything in the papers about it? No. And yet, what a fantastic advert for the creativity, the dedication, the hard work of all those thousands of young people involved in it. Last Sunday, I went to the Hammersmith Apollo to the the Teen Hero Awards being run by Radio 1. Again, a great event. Again, it was actually covered on the radio, largely because we had JLS, Katy Perry, and all sorts of other pop stars there. But we also had some really inspirational young people doing some amazing things in the face of great adversity in their communities. Papers reported on Katy Perry's dress and what JLS were up to and everything like that. Didn't get much coverage on those teen heroes, and yet that's what that event was all about. And my job is to make sure we hear more about the good stuff that's going on, and that's what Young Devon is good at doing as well. And that's why events like this are so important, and the reports that you produce and the work you do is a vital part of being positive for young people.